time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you.
What's going on YouTube? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Matt Thomas, your boy Royalty, and I'm back with another video. With this video, I'm trying to put into perspective about my life, about everybody's life. And one thing I want to say is, what advice would you give your younger you? What advice would you give your younger you? Whatever age that you're at, just stop and think. And growing up and what you endured, what you had to go through, what advice would you give younger you? Most of the times we don't really realize the impact that our past transgressions has had on us. You know, we don't realize how family has treated us, what we had to endure through that, school, you know, bullying, you know, either not being loved. What would be the advice that you would give past you? I'm going to start first, and I want you guys at the end of this video to kind of figure out what would be something that you would tell past you. First of all, what I would tell past Matt is, don't worry. Life is going to be tough, but don't try to take the easy route out. Understand what you're going to go through and what you're going to experience is going to help you grow and mold and create a platform that people have no idea how important it's going to be for them later in the day. What I'm going to let you know is that not everybody's meant to be there. No matter how hard you hold on to them, no matter how many tears you cry, no matter how much you try to love a broken person, no matter how much you try to hold on to friendships that's not supposed to be there, it just happens. One thing I'm going to tell you is, that's the way the cookie crumbles, Matt. I'm going to tell you, you keep pushing. You keep shooting those jump shots. You keep trying to be as best as you can be. And understand, wherever you fall at, be okay with that. Because it's your standards, no one else's. A lot of advice that I would tell my younger self is, love is real. Don't allow the world to turn you cold. Don't allow yourself to be subjected to not being cared for. Don't allow yourself to not experience something that's even better than yourself. You know, grow up. Have a family. Have a child with the right one. Have friends with the right people. Believe in God. Matt, believe in God. I promise you. Because the thing about it is that God is a foundation that you can never replace. Everything else in life might fail you, and everything in life might seem confusing, it might seem scary, but one thing you're not going to forget is where you're at in your life. Keep pushing. Make sure you love mommy. And make sure you're a role model for everybody, because you never know who's watching. A lot of people watch you, and a lot of people you motivate, but they'll never tell you because of egos. Remember those people that show you support. Remember those people that's going to show you support when you get big. Because a lot of people won't show you support now. One thing I can say is, younger Matt, just enjoy life. Protect your innocence. Enjoy being young. Because when you get older, things will get tough. You will have to start paying bills. And you never know who's really there for you. But one thing I can say is, life is beautiful. Because when you see how much you evolved to become who I am today, you're going to be proud. And I'm proud of you. Right now, I'm being who you needed when you was younger. Right now, I'm pushing to be who you want when you was younger. Right now, I'm becoming your role model. Right now, I'm believing in myself. Right now, I want you to believe in you and never forget. You keep drawing. You keep making things happen. Because one thing that's for certain is, you are your best enemy and you are your best friend. But never quit. Because we got to keep going. For those that still tuning in, I want to tell you, no matter if I'm talking to younger you, older you, the future you, whatever it is, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. One thing I say about life is not a kind life. You know what I mean? You're going to have more bad days than good days. But how you live your life and what you go about it is on you. It's your own perspective. It's on your own perception. Don't limit yourself in your life, man. You know, seriously, be who you needed to be when you were younger. I say this all the time, that, you know, my whole motto, you guys know my brand. This is what they don't see. Everything that we do is in the darkness. What we do in the darkness will come to the light. We have to make sure that we are our best selves. You know, we have little ones. We have, you know, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers. You know, we never know who we're motivating. A lot of us go through a lot of things that we try to bury, that we try not to deal with. And it might work for some people, but it's going to regurgitate at some point in your life. The longer you wait to deal with certain problems, I promise you, it's going to bite you back. One thing I learned in my life is that when I dealt with my situations head on, you know, most of my situations, I'm not going to say I'm shooting 100% from the field, but at least 85%, at least 90%. You know, I'm at where I'm at in my life. I have to thank God for what I've created, for what I'm able to do, for who I'm able to talk to, for who I'm able to meet. I feel like if I wasn't in the right mindset, if I wasn't in the right position, I wouldn't be blessed. You know what I mean? I'm blessed just to wake up. I'm not even talking in a sense of tangible or materialistic things. I feel like I'm blessed because you guys are even paying attention this long in the video. This is a big deal to me, and I want you guys to understand is that you have to be a better version for you who you needed when you was younger. A lot of us didn't have a hero. A lot of us didn't have a role model. A lot of us didn't have mothers. A lot of us didn't have fathers. A lot of us didn't have the right figures that were supposed to be there for us and supposed to care for us. We went through things that we wasn't supposed to go through as a child. We went through things that we wasn't supposed to experience. But the thing about it is that we're supposed to, those things mold us into who we are right now. You never know what your testimony is supposed to do for somebody else. I understand that some things is hard, some things are hard to deal with, but you don't know by you closing your mouth and you choosing not to speak on certain things and you choosing not to emulate your light, and you're telling people that they can't shine. You never know what your impact could do for this world. And I understand, you know, things are tough. I understand you might fear certain things, but don't limit yourself. I promise you. But what I've done, what I've created, you know, I had no idea that I'll be able to impact anyone, let alone save lives. From me having DMs to people telling me that I'm saving their lives, to people telling me like, yo, you know, I need you to keep going, I need you to keep being motivated. That wasn't my anticipation with starting YouTube. That wasn't my anticipation to making this video for you guys. That wasn't my anticipation for hooping. Everything with me was just selfish. And from me being so selfish, you know, I got to a top tier of my life and it was just like, you know, I don't want to be here by myself. You know, what's the purpose of me working this hard and just not having anything to show for it? Everything right now is me giving back. Everything right now is me, you know, having more of an impact for people. And it's a big thing, man, I promise you. I promise you that. Sit there for a second and actually ask yourself, like, you know, what would I tell younger me? You know, what would I tell younger me about life? How would I make things different? How would I change things? Would I keep everything the same? There was a question that was asked to me was, would you want to be 6 years old with everything that you know now? Or would you want to stay who you are right now and have $10 million in your pocket? Honestly, if I was 6 years old, I wouldn't want to ruin my innocence with what I know now. I wouldn't want that much disappointment in my life. I wouldn't want to fear what I fear now. I would want to be okay. I would want to shoot for the stars. I would want to dream. I want to love things. I want to know the simplistic things of how many stars are in the sky. I would want to know how hot the sun is. I would want to know if my first kiss will ever be like that ever in the world. I would want to know the simple things about life. And one thing I want to say is that you have to be a better version for you when you was younger, man. You can't limit yourself. You can't hold yourself to a small standard. Because by you doing that, you're telling people that they can't grow. They can't shine. You were called to do something. So do it. Don't hinder yourself. I promise you. During this time, you know, you might find it tough to really find things to make you better and to really make you know step into a new light. But what better time is to be by yourself? In a time of isolation, you find out who you really are. No matter how many pictures you like, no matter how many comments you get, no matter how many likes you get, that doesn't determine what you feel on the inside. Because people that's double tapping the pictures don't really know you. All you're doing is showing your highlights. So showing your highlights is really showing what? If you're not happy inside, it don't matter what you look like on the outside. I could put rhinestones all over a banana, and you're going to be like, I'll buy it. But soon that's going to become rotten. And when you open up the middle of that, it's going to be black. The outside might still look beautiful, but it won't do nothing for you. So ask yourself, are you feeding yourself? Are you talking to younger you? Are you being a motivation for somebody else? Are you being great? Because if you're not, you're just wasting life. Don't waste life. This is not where you need to be out of your life. You gotta keep pushing, man. You gotta keep being great. You gotta keep going. I know it might be hard. I know you might feel by yourself. I know you might be shedding a tear watching this right now. I know you might feel like I'm talking directly to you. I know you might feel like I might not even be talking to you. It might be for somebody else. Then send it out. Give this to somebody else. If the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. But you gotta be better, man. You got to. Younger you need something. Figure it out. But I do support you. It's your boy Matt Thomas. It's your boy Royalty. Over and out.